Alright, welcome everyone, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Beastars Season 3, Episode 3.
Ah!
We have our antagonist. Oh boy.
He's terrifying.
He's terrifying.
He's evil.
I hate him.
And
he's great for the story.
I love how just much I hate him. He's the worst. But now, Legoshi is drinking, or about to drink, the energy drink that is laced with
the blood and bone of herbivores.
Oh,
lovely.
Yeah.
That will also put him into a carnivore killing frenzy because he's already had meat.
Yeah, he has.
Fantastic.
And he had it recently, and it's been traumatizing him.
Yep.
Every night.
And now you have a herbivore that you live next door to that you are now on friendly terms with. And I'm concerned. Although I guess the dealers are more the people that should be concerned because it is not about, eating something. It's more just attack whatever is nearby.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Well, I mean...
Oh, that does smell good.
He's like, wait, why am I feeling this right now?
No, thank you. Is he gonna sneeze?
Yes! Yeah. Damn.
Right, because he's a wolf. Wait, does it really have that in there?
Yep. It's not my problem.
Yep.
You can't turn your back.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, I love it. Oh.
あんたたちが売ってるその飲み物の原料にされた草食獣の人生を
Limbering up.
はあ？まったく素直に生きてりゃいいものは。
Alright, well that's what I'm doing now. Oh, yeah.
草食獣のために
何笑ってやがる気色悪い。
He's a lot bigger than you, so...
You got a knife, but...
You got a knife, but...
素直に
That's about it.
About to become Batman.
Go!
Oh, yeah, that's...
Whoa,
now,
okay.
聞こえないな
Yeah, I can't hear you.
定的に潰さなくては
Are you sure about that?
Whoa.
私が叫んでいる俺は自分に正直に生きた
Well, I think this is an insight to our antagonist, maybe.
She called the police.
Nice.
Oh, even better.
Oh, shit.
Oh, even better. Little rats with smartphones.
Yep.
全然足りねえじゃねえか。聞いてた話と違うじゃないですか。
Getting attacked for dealing?
匂いを嗅いだだけで骨抜きだって言ってたのに。
Oh no, wolf kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hang on.
この草食獣の恨みだとかわけわかんねえこと言って暴れやがって。クソったれ。おい、それで勘弁してください。
Here's your pound of flesh.
Yeah.
立ち向かったルイ先輩が肉食獣のお前を部長にしたんだろ。だったらバラバラになるような半端なことしないで腹くくって学校に抗議しよう。
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah. I like it.
言っちゃ悪いけど、去年1年ですでに2回も。
Yeah, the whole eating incident did come from our club.
今一番大切なのは共存共栄という志の火を消さないことじゃないでしょうか。
But how?
肉食草食合同で活動してたのはその理想を体現するためだったはずです。
And we love putting on plays, you know, so.
だから私は別々の部になってでも演劇部の ルイ先輩の
Try
志を
and carry on the club without any school funding or room space.
退部します。じゃあ皆さんお元気で。
Okay.
Interesting.
Hey!
どうしたの？
You're so pretty.
Yeah.
そうなんだけど
I just really wanted to see you.
怪我については聞かないからね。
Yeah.
これは何でもなくてちょっと転んで
Said I
Yeah.
won't ask about it. I didn't say to lie to me about it.
ちゃん
Yeah.
に伝えたいことがあって来たんだ
Oh.
春おいその狼
小銭拾ってくれてありがとうございました。助かりました。じゃ
Ouch.
あ早いねお父さん。
Yeah.
お前まだカード作ってないのか
Yeah.
学生書がさ。
Uh-huh.
The little wave.
Uh-huh.
Bye. Oh man.
Uh-huh. Well, that's fun because that also tells us about what she doesn't tell her parents, or at least her
Right.
dad, with regards to what school life was like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting.
すみませんでした8時には帰らせます
次はないぞあなたたちが苦しんでいるならもっと早く
Oh, they were just getting
Yeah,
overworked,
overworked.
and they're like not protected by unions or any
Right,
other
right.
kind of. Yeah, I don't know how he could set that up in such.
それでどうだった
はい
Or no, he just tells.
相手に大立ち回りしていた灰色狼ですが間違いなく
Right, he's got the rats that can fill him in on all kinds of stuff.
Ah, cool.
例のドリンクを根絶しなければ私の目指すパーフェクトな治安には程遠い
Oh, perfect world. Okay.
人にわずかに届かないこの馬の視界
Nice.
350度の中で
Uh-huh.
あと
So you need
Wow.
just a little bit.
Just that tiny little blind spot.
Oh, that's good.
僕が360度の視界を得ていたならば壊滅させることができたはずたかが10度されど10度だ豪奢
All right. Fun.
All right.
And a personal
Yep.
history with his whole life that he's decided for himself. But, whoa. So one of the rats gonna make contact with him.
近づくとまた一歩遠のくように感じるどうしてこんなに難しいんだ
Maybe setting up plans and getting a phone plan
Yeah.
and texting at the
Right.
beginning, you know, be better. You know, you just
Yeah.
texting would be easy, you know? Hey.
昨日の視界しか
Gonna get jumped or offered a job.
Oh. Venom? Wait! This is Grandpa?
Oh. Yeah, maybe.
コモドオオトカゲの毒は同族には効かない
Oh! There's a Komodo dragon!
Okay.
Yeah! Old dragon's rat,
Yeah.
yeah!
Yeah.
一人の血を分けた孫なんだからおじいちゃん
Huh.
俺には甘くて苦い
Oh.
ママレードのような味がした
This is, yeah. All right. Yeah.
特別な会話なんてしなくても
Yeah, it can be awkward when
Just having
grandparents are
time
just
together.
like suddenly out of the blue.
忘れたのか飲食店では必ず目につかない奥のテーブルを選ぶこと
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
何も悪いことしてないのに奥の席に座ることないでしょ
Well, that's a good point. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
勝手にやめてごめんなさいその話でしょ
何があったんだ
Yeah, just want to know what's going on. Yeah.
そうか
Oh.
なんで毒持ちが堂々といい席取ってんだ
満席だぞおじいさん
sent the maybe sent by our Yaya.
Sure.
Like this is too convenient.
聞こえなかったんですけど、空気感染でもするんですか、オオトカゲの毒は。そんなわけないでしょ。
すみません。
Yep.
選手が爬虫類で命拾いしたな。
Okay, no, they were just random assholes. Just
Yep.
エゴシ、お前。
You're just navigating through this world so like casually.
yeah.
What's going on? Has everything changed that much?
ああいう時に引き下がるのはやっぱりおかしいって。子供の時みたいに見てるだけじゃいられん。
Oh, like when I was a kid.
世界で生きていくならこれも覚えておきなさい。ああいう時は受け流すんだ。
That is an important skill.
That is a very important skill.
But that's not the only way to stay out of trouble.
おい、さっきはよくも恥かかせてくれた。
Ah.
Yeah.
君悪いコンビがよ。
Oh!
You touched my boy! Oh!
Oh!
What was that about pacifism?
But now we're in a dark alley, I guess.
Yeah.
おじいちゃん何者なの？
Yeah. What? What?
I didn't say I couldn't throw down.
Oh, and now he gets the
Oh,
E!
shit!
I mean, that might be him.
Oh, I think
Just
it is, yeah.
younger?
Dude had a whole whole ass anime before this show, you know?
Yeah. That's the old dragon.
Yeah. Well, and like when a bunch of other animals have like fur, to have scales.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh shit, nah, man.
You've got like light armor, basically.
Yeah, right. And yeah,
And a fifth appendage as well.
right. Well, in the amount of stank in his mouth, where it's like, if I bite you, you're in trouble. Like,
Holy shit.
I love it. Yeah, grandson's all grown up.
Oh.
Oh, wait, why would you do that to us?
All right. Okay. Okay,
Okay,
Grandpa.
Gramps. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's
All right,
exactly my thought.
let's go.
All right. He's like, no, I did this because it's the wrong thing to do in public.
Right,
But
and-
if you come to me in private and you touch my grandson,
Yep.
I'm about to read your newspaper, if you know what I'm saying.
The reason we do this Legoshi of the sitting in the back of the restaurant is not because, we don't want to deal with other people's shit. It's that other people will want to start shit.
Yes.
And
we will get in trouble for that.
yeah. So
But if they're
we try and
really
avoid
trying
it
to
as
keep
much
it
as possible.
clandestine, then, well,
Yeah. And I love the
then
idea
they're just really fucking stupid, you know?
right. And I love the idea that, like, yes, birds, they're of course they're the predator that would then be like, all
Just
right, we're going to
generally
jump
want
you
to
outside.
harass also as well.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
They're just generally just like, yeah.
Yeah,
what are you gonna
we're
do?
here.
What are
We
you
got
gonna
numbers.
do?
What,
What
you
are
know,
you gonna do?
yeah. So what we gonna do?
Yep.
But then also being able to just drop in like outside, in the alleyway, which it's also one of those little things where, all right, we get that, but what we don't get is any shots of us actually seeing them flying because
No, because of course not. It would look ridiculous.
it would look ridiculous because they have actual hands.
Oh my god. So we then see Grandpa tear one of them
A new
open.
one. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well
Soft
that's
feathers and hollow bones.
yeah. That's gonna be the next episode. All right.
Here for
Legoshi
it.
has got his work cut out for him though, because when he felt the words of Louis telling him, "Show them your wrath. Show them your anger. Show them." Your indignation of what they're doing to the herbivores.
Right.
It's like,
remember,
okay.
Louis, a lot of the things that he said to you were not said in good faith and for the purpose of helping you originally.
Yeah.
It was, I kind of hate you and want you to do something so that way I will have an excuse,
So now, wow, well done. Legoshi, you did it. And now the little rats with their smartphones, which I love so much, the reveal of like, oh, of course they're everywhere. They're observing every deal.
Yep.
Of course they are.
Right. They're his little birds.
Well, because he wants to have 360-degree vision again.
Right.
He wants to be able to see it all and know it all and build it all perfect according to his vision.
Right. And that's why
that's so fun.
Which I also feel like is a good example or excuse or reason for why he does so much of his dirty work personally. Because it's I've got to see it. I want to see everything. Like it's the control freak to the max, you know? Like I have to be there to be the one to do it.
And we saw another example of him kind of doing the heroic Beastar thing in a way that the story didn't give us, the audience, immediately but he instigated this to make it so that he could be the hero.
Sure.
So in a fun way, this is our first like up in the air thing of, wait, so does he have his own cognitive dissonance where he believes he's actually doing the good thing?
Does he believe he's actually doing the good thing? Is it something where he knows that stuff like this happens all the time?
Right.
I just need to make a show of it every once in a while.
Yeah,
so
he just waits until it's become a really big problem and then he steps in.
You know.
Who knows? But that one in some ways is such a common one, but it's also so I don't know how to say it. It's so performative in that it's the companies doing this on policy.
Right. Like this manager doing this is not because this manager is a bad person.
Exactly.
It's because that's what corporate policy is unofficially, and he's going to get chewed out if he doesn't do that. And probably replaced by someone else who will.
So it's the then thing of, oh, yeah, cool. Maybe, no, this guy was the main problem, and it's
I'm the hero of the little people, you know. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this dude actually kind of had controlling interest in this company.
That's my point, is that what's likely is that because of the type of person that he is, he could have actually been the person you need to pressure managers to start telling them to overwork the employees.
Like, this very much feels like the kind of corporate 2 steps back, 1 step forward thing, where it's like, we're going to take away a bunch of your freedoms and do a bunch of awful shit. Oh, hey, and then we're going to give you back some of the things that you already had.
When you protest and you go on strike and everything.
Yeah, and so good job. The vice has clamped down more, you know.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Right, but you know, you're happy about it, right? Because you got, hey, awesome, you know?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
That's
gets just its own thing there. But then we get to know that there was someone in his past that kind of gave him that extra bit of vision there.
If only Kierheis were here.
Well, right, but I kind of love it because if he's a horse or a donkey or what have you, he doesn't have his rider anymore. He doesn't have his top, you know. He doesn't have his his what was it, Gasho or something like that.
Yeah, something. It almost made me wonder if that was a name we were supposed to be familiar with.
Oh,
probably
God,
not.
no,
Probably
it
just
is
setting
not.
up his eventual like backstory that we'll get later. But
yeah, you monster, you beast, or my old friend, made that impossible, you beast.
Yeah. And a once perfect trust.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, so maybe that person's still around. It's just you guys had a falling out for some reason.
Right. The only thing I could potentially see it being connected to is it's Louis' dad.
That's kind of what I was thinking
That's
too.
like the thing that like makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, that way you can have the...
It's a character that's been introduced, but we've only ever been introduced to them through their last name, not their first name.
And
so
that is something that, like, if I were to think of the final, arc of Beastars, some kind of resolution with whatever the conflict would end up being between Louis and his dad, I feel like that would make sense
warranted.
to happen. Yeah, that's warranted. It's the old guard, it's the previous generation, but then also someone of power and influence, and so the idea that these two could know each other, fully buy that.
I would expect, though, is that it's not going to be the dad, because the eyes of the person are predator eyes. They're forward facing. Therefore, they're a carnivore. And elk and deer are not carnivores. So it's most likely not him.
Yeah.
But then again, we are dealing in Beastars where they all have humanoid appearances and such.
Exactly,
so it's not necessarily the one-to-one case with everything there.
But no, I think that is a good observation, because then that adds another avenue for if Louis and Legoshi are going to be the ones that end up going into direct conflict with this guy, having him have had a previous connection with a carnivore, and it was like an amicable and very effective one.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes sense. You know, like that fits.
Yeah. So this is another thing that I feel like is also really good to understand, is that this is an example of a Batman character that basically maybe was at a point just Batman.
Sure.
They were a wealthy, super strong, going out there doing vigilante justice. And when we see them like beating on people, it's like carnivores, herbivores. There's no like, distinguishing in that regard. So there's a very clear like, oh, okay, gotcha. So most likely, wait, what?
I don't know if there are any herbivores.
Isn't that an herbivore right there?
Well, it's a bird. Most birds eat like small animals.
Oh,
like mice and things like that. Like,
yeah, that's true. No, you're right. You're
like,
right.
Not necessarily.
Okay,
but
so
that could
then,
be a bird of prey.
So then, what it might be is that he was an anti-carnivore Batman back in the day.
Sure.
And we don't know necessarily as to whether he was evil all along, but right now he currently is.
Yes.
But my suspicion is that this other person gave him the ability to, in a weird way, put on blinders and basically be like, I'll be your eyes for you. Because when we go through this visual like treat here of seeing the 350 degrees here, when he remembers what it was like,
everything closes in. Yeah.
Everything closes in, and it's like the blinders are on now. Things are simple and straightforward.
Yep.
And so someone else was the one that kept him from being aimless, if you will.
Sure.
Now maybe he's just doing this because it's what he's always done, and he's even perpetuating the problem so that he's justified in what he does.
So the racehorse can always run his race.
Right. So that old horse never basically has to retire, I want to pull out the idea that we've been thinking this guy to be way more megalomaniacal than he actually is.
Okay.
This perspective to me shifts it into no, I did have a great vision of things at one point.
Right.
And now I'm just kind of going through the motions, and I'm even like propping up a laced energy drink to try and make it be as big of a deal as possible, where it can get as simple as just the city is on my side. And
right. I think there's a lot of good stuff in there. I think that definitely adds extra complexity and depth to the character that we've been introduced to. Just as another thing to remind us of the megalomaniacal kind of things that were brought up in this episode, of him being like the perfect vision and the wanting to see everything.
No, totally. Yes, I'm literally bringing that up, but it's something of where I don't have that anymore.
Right.
I can't have that. It's impossible now. What he's basically saying is that he's lamenting what he used to have.
Right, and so now he can never run fast enough effectively to get back that thing that used to be just natural.
Right. And so that person, that Gosha character there, it basically is the key to him. So if anything, I almost wonder if, again, this is not some grand plan here. It would be great if it could get to that point.
Sure.
But in order for that to happen, I would need to have, murder and mayhem in the streets.
Right.
And I could put on my mantle again and
and go ride. Yeah.
Yeah, and just go kill people, and the city would thank me for it. You know,
whereas now I'm still in a position of power, but
I can still do what I want and do my violence and what have you, and see myself as justified.
Right.
But I have to do it in secret. I have to pretend. I have to
Yeah. There is one thing that just occurred to me just now. I do not think this is going to be the case, because he absolutely would have made a comment on it when he saw Legoshi's file.
Oh, sure.
But Gosha, we had a reference to Legoshi's mom this episode with Grandpa. And so if there were to be another character that theoretically could have been set up, like, that's not just someone we have no idea anything about them, that is a potential connection point. I don't think that's what it is, because I feel like we would have gotten more cues, of like seeing Legoshi's file and all that. But
you're onto something, I think, though, because I would say the amount of effort they're going to with the ED to introduce that this guy was like a menace. He was unstoppable. And he was, in a lot of ways, a
Grandpa?
beast.
Yeah.
It's like, this is kind of his backstory, the ED.
Okay.
So
sure.
you might be onto something here.
That
like,
maybe it's not mom, it's grandpa.
Yeah,
and
that
would also be why that would also be.
It was also introduced in the same episode.
Right. No,
so
yes.
Therefore, when the mangaka was doing this, it was the same, chapter or the very next chapter or what have
and
you.
Reasons for why there would not be the recognition. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, all right, wolf, cool. How many Komodo dragons are there? Like, right? Like,
sure.
But
maybe though, that does bring up something of where.
I wonder if we actually looked at the silhouette, would it kind of match up with the silhouette of Grandpa?
No. The only thing you can tell is that there's a little bit of an angular section for a snout, but just every single
just about
every single person in
will
this
have something like that.
Well, right, but every single person in this story has those kinds of lines that brings them in to have a snout. If anything, these ridges for the eyebrows could be a hint towards that, because they seem very hard and defined.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say, that the outline doesn't look like an outline of fur, right? Or if it is, it's very short.
This could be a mask. This could be all kinds of things there. No, I 100% see what you're talking about with that. But also, this is not the kind of show that can, even with the 3D, go that in depth into every bit with the fur and everything.
Yeah, it's more.
And also from the front perspective, all of this fur won't be seen. It would just be the outside.
Right.
So it would be very hard to.
Oh yeah, we get the fur when we get the lighting and things like that, not in the actual shape of the model itself.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, very cool build up as an antagonist. And then some fun complexities there. But then, we have grandpa and grandson. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, and also we have Haru and Legoshi.
Oh, yeah.
And hey, I'm just gonna surprise you and say hi and everything. And awesome. And then Dad shows up and like, because can you imagine? You're Haru, right? You're having trouble at school and all that stuff. But then also, like, you get fully kidnapped by like a mob of lions and, like rescued and all the crazy shit that has happened over the course of this show. You either tell your parents absolutely fucking nothing, or you tell them something and then they're terrified and paranoid.
They were living at the school. Like, it was a very nice school.
That's true.
So in a lot of ways, what's most likely...
Yeah, it's a boarding school, so you don't necessarily have as much contact with family.
Yeah. And in some ways, that's probably something that the school would try to... maybe,
absolutely. Make it not
be very big deal about...
100%.
I mean, depending on how... Well... No, on some level, they might, from like a legal perspective, be like, well, okay, we have to tell them.
Now that we're in the world of adults and they've grown up and all that stuff, and bringing in things like, parents, grandparents, Louis' dad and all that stuff. There's these messy details that the show can get into, and because, the final season's really long, they theoretically might, right? Like, this might be setting it up so that we can have that awkward moment where Dad realizes, wait, you almost ate my daughter. Also... You saved my daughter from getting kidnapped by lions. Daughter,
that's why he's like, no carnivores. You don't hang out with any carnivores.
Wolf, get out of here. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
But, this is no big deal.
No big deal. It'll be fine.
We'll be fine. But yeah, Grandpa's throwing down against 4 birds, and he's bleeding them.
Yeah. You're bad.
You're lucky I didn't
outnumbered.
Poison you. What?
Right.
What do you mean?
Sorry, huh?
Grandpa. Are you trying to like stop them from hurting you, or are you trying to murder them? What do you mean?
Hey, their choice. You know, we left. It was peaceful. They decided to get the drop on us.
That's true. That's true. I mean, they have crowbars. They
are,
might actually
they are
be trying
looking
to kill
fuck you up. Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us, the community there, about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.